December 9, 2024. Google's Quantum Lab in Santa Barbara. At exactly 2:47 p.m. Pacific Time, something unprecedented happened. A quantum computer named Willow didn't just solve a problem, it shattered our understanding of reality itself. The calculation it performed in under 5 minutes would take the world's most powerful supercomputer. Are you ready for this number? 10 to the power of 25 years. That's not just longer than the age of the universe, that's longer than a quadrillion universes combined. Here's what's keeping quantum physicists awake at night. This isn't just about speed. Google's Willow has achieved something that was theoretically impossible just months ago. It's performing quantum error correction below the surface code threshold. And if you don't know what that means, by the end of this video, you'll understand why this changes absolutely everything. This is Click Future, where your future is a click away. And today, we're diving deep into the quantum revolution that just began. Before we explore why Google's Willow chip is being called the most significant quantum breakthrough in history, let's establish what just happened. Because the implications of this achievement extend far beyond computing. They touch the very fabric of reality itself. Quantum computing has been the holy grail of technology for decades. Unlike classical computers that process information in binary, ones and zeros, quantum computers harness the bizarre properties of quantum mechanics. They use quantum bits, or qubits, that can exist in multiple states simultaneously through a phenomenon called superposition. There's a catch that's plagued quantum computing since its inception. Quantum states are incredibly fragile. Any interaction with the environment, heat, electromagnetic fields, even cosmic rays, can cause what scientists call decoherence. The quantum information gets corrupted and your calculation becomes useless. This is where quantum error correction comes in. The idea is simple in concept, but monumentally difficult in practice. Use multiple physical qubits to create one logical qubit that can detect and correct errors. The challenge? Until now, adding more qubits typically meant adding more errors, not fewer. Enter Google's Willow. On December 9, 2024, Google Quantum AI published results in Nature that changed everything. For the first time in quantum computing history, they demonstrated error correction below what's called the surface code threshold. Let me explain why this is absolutely revolutionary. Google's Willow quantum processor contains 105 qubits arranged in a sophisticated superconducting architecture. But raw qubit count isn't what makes Willow special. It's what these qubits can do together that's rewriting the rules of quantum computing. Dr. Hartmut Neven, head of Google Quantum AI, made a statement that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Willow brings us significantly closer to running algorithms that can't be replicated on conventional computers, opening up new frontiers for scientific discovery and practical applications. Here's the breakthrough that has quantum physicists calling this a watershed moment. Willow demonstrated what's called below-threshold error correction using surface codes. In simple terms, as they increased the size of their quantum error correction codes from distance 3 to distance 5 to distance 7, the logical error rate actually decreased. This is the quantum computing equivalent of building a taller house and having it become more stable, not less. It defies what we've seen in every previous quantum system. The implications are staggering. To put this in perspective, Willow can run nearly 10 billion cycles of error correction without seeing a single error. That's not just impressive, that's approaching the reliability needed for practical quantum computing applications. The most mind-bending aspect of Willow's achievement is the computational benchmark it performed. Google's team ran what's called a random circuit sampling task, essentially a quantum computation designed to be incredibly difficult for classical computers, but natural for quantum systems. The result? Willow completed this calculation in under 5 minutes. The same calculation on Frontier, currently the world's most powerful supercomputer, would take 10 septillion years. That's 10 followed by 24 zeros. That's 10 septillions. That's more than the age of our universe. To put that in cosmic perspective, the universe is only 13.8 billion years old. This isn't just quantum supremacy, this is quantum dominance on a scale that challenges our understanding of computational complexity itself. The scientific community's reaction to Willow has been nothing short of extraordinary. Let's hear from the experts who are reshaping our understanding of quantum mechanics and computation. Theoretical physicist Dr. Michio Kaku, known for his ability to explain complex physics to general audiences, recently stated, "Quantum computers are not just faster computers, they're computers that operate on the fundamental fabric of reality itself. They don't just process information, they process the quantum possibilities that underlie all existence." Dr. John Preskill from Caltech, who coined the term NISQ era, noisy intermediate scale quantum, has updated his assessment of where we stand. In his January 2025 lecture, Preskill declared, "We're transitioning from the NISQ era to what I call the quantum advantage era, where quantum computers begin demonstrating clear, practical advantages over classical systems." The significance of Google's achievement was recognized by Physics World, which named quantum error correction breakthroughs as their 2024 breakthrough of the year. The magazine specifically cited Google's below-threshold demonstration as a crucial step toward fault-tolerant quantum computing. The peer-reviewed publication in Nature, one of the world's most prestigious scientific journals, validates the rigor of Google's claims. The paper, titled "Quantum Error Correction Below the Surface Code Threshold," represents years of theoretical and experimental work coming to fruition. Not everyone is ready to declare victory. Dr. Daniel Bilar from the University of Pennsylvania notes in his analysis, Google's below-threshold results don't yet demonstrate practical fault tolerance. Scaling to larger code distances and mitigating correlated errors remain major challenges. This measured skepticism is healthy in science. It reminds us that while Willow represents a monumental breakthrough, the journey to practical, large-scale quantum computing is far from over. But make no mistake, we just witnessed a pivotal moment in the quantum revolution. Here's where things get really interesting and controversial. Google's announcement of Willow included a claim that it has divided the scientific community and captured the public imagination. Dr. Hartmut Nevin suggested that Willow's computational performance might be evidence for the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, essentially the multiverse theory. He implied that the quantum computer might be borrowing computational resources from parallel universes. The reaction was swift and polarized. Some quantum physicists embraced the possibility, while others dismissed it as speculative hype. Dr. Scott Aronson from the University of Texas commented, "Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and we're not there yet. Here's what we know for certain. Quantum computers do leverage superposition to explore multiple computational paths simultaneously. Whether this constitutes borrowing from parallel universes or simply exploiting the quantum nature of our own reality remains hotly debated." What's fascinating is that this debate highlights how quantum computing pushes us beyond pure technology into fundamental questions about the nature of reality itself. Are we witnessing advanced engineering? The metaphysical implications, the practical impact of Willow's breakthrough is undeniable. Let's explore what this means for the real world. Google's Willow breakthrough isn't just a laboratory curiosity, it's the foundation for applications that will reshape entire industries and potentially solve some of humanity's greatest challenges. Drug discovery and pharmaceutical research stand to be revolutionized first. Quantum computers excel at simulating molecular interactions, the very foundation of how drugs work in the human body. What currently takes years of trial and error could be reduced to months of precise quantum simulation. Financial modeling and risk analysis represent another immediate application. Quantum algorithms can optimize portfolios, assess risk, and detect fraud patterns in ways that classical computers simply cannot match. We're talking about processing market data and identifying opportunities at unprecedented scales. Climate science and weather prediction could see dramatic improvements. The atmosphere is essentially a quantum mechanical system, and quantum computers are naturally suited to modeling complex, chaotic systems like weather patterns and climate change scenarios. Here's where things get serious for everyone watching this video. Cybersecurity. Current encryption methods that protect your online banking, private messages, and digital identity rely on mathematical problems that are difficult for classical computers to solve. Quantum computers like Willow could eventually break these encryption schemes. The good news? The same quantum principles that threaten current encryption also enable quantum-safe cryptography. The race is on to develop and deploy quantum-resistant security measures before large-scale quantum computers become widely available. Perhaps most exciting is the intersection of quantum computing and artificial intelligence. Quantum machine learning algorithms could accelerate AI training and enable new forms of artificial intelligence that we can barely imagine today. We're potentially looking at AI systems that think in fundamentally quantum ways. The timeline for these applications varies dramatically. Some, like optimization problems in logistics and finance, could see quantum advantages within the next few years. Others, like large-scale molecular simulation and breaking current encryption, may still be a decade away. But Willow has accelerated every timeline. The announcement of Willow sent ripples through financial markets and investment communities worldwide. Let's examine the business implications of this quantum breakthrough. Google's parent company Alphabet saw immediate market reaction to the Willow announcement, but more significantly, Google announced a $10 billion quantum computing initiative for 2025, signaling their commitment to maintaining quantum leadership. Venture capital investment in quantum computing startups has surged following Willow's demonstration. The Quantum Insider reported that early 2025 has seen big bets and bigger deals with high-value investments and climbing stock prices across the quantum sector. The competitive landscape is intensifying rapidly. IBM is investing $6 billion in fault-tolerant quantum systems, Microsoft is expanding Azure Quantum with $4 billion, and Amazon is embracing Bracket with $3 billion. The quantum computing arms race has officially begun. Government investment is equally dramatic. The Pentagon's FY 2026 budget allocates $179 billion for research and development, with quantum AI convergence as a strategic priority. This isn't just about commercial advantage, it's about national security and technological sovereignty. For individuals, quantum revolution is creating entirely new career paths. Quantum software engineers, quantum algorithm designers, and quantum error correction specialists are among the fastest growing job categories in technology. The skills gap is enormous and the opportunities are unprecedented. Universities worldwide are scrambling to develop quantum computing curricula. MIT, Stanford, and other leading institutions are reporting record enrollment in quantum mechanics and quantum information courses. The next generation of quantum professionals is being trained right now. Where do we go from here? Google's Willow breakthrough is not the end of the quantum story. It's the beginning of a new chapter that will define the next decade of technological progress. Google's quantum roadmap extends well beyond Willow. They're targeting logical qubits with error rates low enough for practical applications by 2026 and fault-tolerant quantum computers capable of solving real-world problems by 2030. The convergence of quantum computing with artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and materials science promises breakthroughs we can barely imagine. We're entering an era where the impossible becomes inevitable, where the limits of classical physics no longer constrain human innovation. The quantum revolution is global. While Google leads in error correction, other approaches, trapped ions, topological qubits, photonic systems, are advancing rapidly. The diversity of quantum technologies ensures that breakthroughs will continue accelerating from multiple directions. For everyone watching this video, the message is clear. The quantum age is here. Whether you're a student choosing a career path, an investor evaluating opportunities, or simply someone curious about the future, understanding quantum computing is no longer optional, it's essential. Google's Willow quantum chip has fundamentally changed the trajectory of human technological development. We've witnessed the birth of practical quantum error correction, the demonstration of quantum supremacy at unprecedented scales, and the opening of possibilities that stretch the boundaries of imagination. If you found this deep dive into the quantum revolution valuable, make sure to subscribe to Click Future and hit that notification bell. We're tracking every breakthrough in quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and the technologies that will shape our future. Your future is a click away, and the quantum age has officially begun.